What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well. This video will primarily be centered around XRP, and I'm thinking for the next couple videos, I'll do dedicated videos for alts like HBAR, Casper, maybe Algo, etc. Okay, so first up, amidst all of the FTX FUD and everything going on in the world today, we can see Coinbase posting this yesterday. Switch to the trusted and reputable digital dollar, USDC, also known as US dollar coin. And you can learn more at circle.com. This is a giant firm. We had groups like Fidelity and BlackRock each invest $200 million into Circle. You can see their circulating supply, number of holders, trading volume, number of countries, and on-chain transactions. And USDC runs on Ethereum, Solana, AVAX, Tron, Algo, Stellar, Flow, and Hedera, with more on the way, and also bridges to Polygon, Phantom, Near, Arbitrum, and the Cosmos ecosystem. And back in 2020, we were doing videos talking about the potential conspiracy or the implosion of Tether, and why that is not just FUD. It's a valid concern, and I don't go and try to preach the FUD, but you also want to be prepared. So one thing I recommend is do not hold Tether. It is just too risky. If you can hold or trade with an OTC broker and hold the US dollar directly, you don't have counterparty risk. So that's what I personally do. I don't have to worry about holding a stablecoin. Now, if I am on KuCoin and I'm a US resident and I cannot trade directly with the US dollar, then I would hold the USDC. So the US dollar is always my first choice. Next up would be USDC as a stablecoin, and Tether and other stablecoins would really be my last pick. But now Coinbase is promoting to convert your Tether to USDC with zero fees. Now looking at the Tether supply on CoinTrader, we can see since 2015 Tether's increased from, let's just say 250,000 give or take, and the total supply is over 65 billion today. And we can see on coinmarketcap.com Tether ranked number 3 as a stablecoin during this bear market. The market cap 65 billion. Now if there were anything to happen to Tether and we lost its peg, or there was a giant lawsuit, or they found proof that the billions of dollars here were not fully backed, that would create a crazy death spiral just like we saw with Luna and its algorithmic stablecoin UST. So I don't hold Tether, and all of my crypto is in cold storage. I'm not holding any crypto assets on exchanges with the exception of some trading bots. Along with any other funds I'm trading with my OTC broker or even just iTrustCapital, both leverage MPC cryptography, and they're using, of course, Fireblocks. So you can see Caleb and Brown, one of my OTC brokers, and this is linked in the video description. And you can see regarding managing wallet movements of funds, it requires multiple approvals from their custody. And the private keys are securely stored in a contractual agreement with Fireblocks. And Fireblocks is very, very big. So we're definitely going to see some more discussions on Tether, and the concern is what really backs Tether, because it is not just backed one for one with the US dollar. That'd be ideal. It's backed with US treasuries, and I believe it's also collateralized with crypto assets. And it is still not entirely clear what is backing Tether, and we can see they're owned by this group, this iFinex, or however you say it. And this is the Hong Kong registered company that also owns the crypto exchange Bitfinex. Now, when I used to trade Forex a lot, we actually plugged into Bitfinex for some crypto assets. And I'm telling you, there was so much manipulation with this exchange, different wicks, right to your stop loss, then pumping. And I mean, to be honest, that's kind of typical for most Forex exchanges as well, but it just left a very bad taste in my mouth. Now we have David Short, CTO of Ripple, right here, and he actually goes on to say, FTX-like collapses of Binance the exchange and Bitfinex are entirely possible. So he's open to that, and I don't think he's promoting FUD, but he's saying, hey, anything is possible in crypto. Now to dive into some XRP news shared by Status, in quotes by Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple has invested in over 60 companies across the crypto landscape in close to $500 million, so half a bill.
I mean, Ripple has invested in over 60 companies. We've invested hundreds of millions of dollars, close to $500 million, in about 60 different companies across the crypto landscape. Some of them are involved with XRP, some of them aren't. I truly believe all boats can rise, and I think the whole industry, frankly, needs to stop taking shots at each other and try to support each other and try to actually help people be successful.
And the same thing goes for everybody on crypto Twitter. I see tweets and people are trying to start fights or divide us. Let's bring each other together. We can agree to disagree in debates, but let's not try to divide this community anymore. That just keeps us fighting about complete nonsense, attacking one another while the elites just keep doing their thing. Now this was interesting. We can see XRP2 and Ripple Trade MSB are money service business. So what is XRP2? So Fidlov, thank you so much for the question, asking, is there such thing as XRP2? David goes on to say, XRP2 is the name of a legal entity owned by Ripple. It's similar to the way that Apple has entities licensed to do Apple Pay, so all of Apple doesn't have to be regulated that way. And now I know there's going to be a bunch of conspiracies related to the private ledger, and there's been so many videos where David Short specifically emphasized the arbitrage and why that is garbage, and if the private ledger or the XRP price was higher there, eventually they would be the same price. So there's going to be arbitrageurs everywhere. During 2018, there were so many conspiracy videos, guys. It was nonstop, and we see this happen every year or two. I see a bunch of people on Twitter talking about some other things that YouTubers are doing, but I can't even keep up. So I don't know what's going on. And for anybody that is really deep in the conspiracies, I went deep in 2018, so I'm aware of them and I'm open to it. And I hold and I'll keep buying a bunch of XRP. That's not going to change. It doesn't matter if I believe in the conspiracy or not. I'm going to be holding some long term. And I even manually locked up some XRP long term for the coming years. That XRP will be available in my wallet using the escrow function. So I used the XRP toolkit a couple years ago, but you can also do this right in the Sum wallet application. I believe there's an escrow function that I also lock some XRP there. So if I locked 1000 XRP and then I said, okay, it's going to get released to me on January 1st, 2025. You can do something like that, or you can test it with a small amount. But that was just me playing with the features of the XRP ledger. And for anybody that is really deep down the XRP rabbit hole and you believe in a crazy, crazy high price, anything's possible. I just can't guarantee that, so I'm going to focus on what I can see, and I'm going to hold a bunch long term, so either way, it should be good. But right now, I'm just going to focus on what I can see in the price chart, and if I'm too conservative and XRP flies past $5, $25, $50, then that's just icing on the cake, because I still plan to keep a huge bag long term and just leave it untouched. Now this is interesting, also related to Circle USDC and kind of comparing them to central bank digital currencies. Now I'm a fan of the XRP ledger because central banks can actually build their own central bank digital currency on top of it with privacy features. As David Schwartz has done many videos on and you've seen his podcasts, central banks need privacy. If they are 100% transparent with all acts of their business and all plans, they can put their country at risk. So this was really interesting, and if you guys want to follow Blockworks, check this out, the fundamental difference between stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. And to be clear, guys, I don't like CBDCs, I don't care for stablecoins, I can see their place in the world, and unfortunately, they're still going to have an integral part in the future. But overall, I think that crypto assets are superior to stablecoins and central bank digital currencies in every single way, because you can get rid of that counterparty risk, you can have better benefits of actual decentralization, and I agree with my man Anders right here. X in front of a currency. X is jurisdictionless. X has no counterparty. X is decentralized. X is sort of like digital gold that can be transferred anywhere in the world in a couple seconds, like gold because of its scarcity and agnostic value. A central bank can never issue X for reasons above. And remember, even years ago, 1990, you see this right here, XRP. So this is actually standing for Exchange Rate Peg. This is an International Monetary Fund or IMF document just showing XRP between a variety of currencies. It is not XRP, the digital asset here, it just stands for Exchange Rate Peg, which is very interesting between all of these currencies. So I really like XRP's name. You could look at XLM as well. You could think XDC, anything that starts with an X, just like the ticker for gold and silver, XAU, XAG. It is jurisdictionless. Although some countries can hold more gold than others, there is no counterparty. So gold is a commodity, and I'm referring to physical gold. If you're holding digital gold on some other platform, then there is counterparty risk because there's another party. But overall, gold is a commodity. Physical gold has no counterparty risk. And also, one quick tangent before we dive into some more XRP info. So I was out, a couple weeks back during Thanksgiving, and I was at a bar with some buddies visiting them in town. And there was a lady arguing with somebody about crypto, and she's like a drunk older lady, and I never care enough to try to change somebody's mind. I kind of let them believe what they wish, and I do my own thing. I'll put the information out there, but so be it. And my buddy brought me over, and she was just talking about Bitcoin and Doge, so I didn't really take it too seriously. And as she continued to call crypto a scam, not having an understanding of the underlying technology, not knowing what smart contracts are or anything in between, and then as soon as she said the US dollar is still backed by gold, she lost all credibility and I just walked away. So it's pretty funny. Also, coming out the other day, Ripple the company is the only crypto firm among America's 10 most valued startups. And this data was acquired by Finbold in just November, and keep in mind, Ripple with a valuation of $15 billion. And remember a couple years ago, maybe it was like 2018, maybe 2020, Coinbase, Ripple, and a few other firms had their valuation. And I think, Coinbase was anywhere from $8 to $12 billion. And you could see when Coinbase did their IPO, valued at $86 billion in landmark moment for crypto back in April of 21. And of course it's way lower now, but what's crazy, and I know the haters are going to say, oh, Ripple's only valued at $15 billion because of XRP. XRP represents $0 in their balance sheet, as Brad Garlinghouse has said on the news. If they included XRP, this valuation would be much higher. And on-demand liquidity right now, it probably has more now because this was a few months ago, they had a $15 billion run rate for on-demand liquidity, meaning sending XRP. And if Ripple beats the SEC in 2023, their settlements in all countries, even Bank of America, a Ripple partner, officially is comfortable using XRP as the bridge asset, I think that would be one hell of a catalyst. So we can see Ripple, 15 billion, underneath Instacart, Stripe, and SpaceX at 127 billion. So XRP ranks 7, delisted off of dozens of exchanges, getting hated on and being the black sheep of the crypto market for years, has a 10-year track record. The XRP ledger has been live for over 10 years. It has actual utility, unlike thousands of projects in this space. If XRP gets regulatory clarity going forward, retailers, institutions, hedge funds, a variety of groups will be more comfortable buying. Exchanges will relist and show proof of reserves. On-demand liquidity customers would skyrocket, and plus a variety of new institutional use cases officially comfortable, since XRP is already not a security in Singapore, Switzerland, the UAE, Japan, and the UK. And meanwhile, we have CNBC, we have Jim Cramer calling XRP a scam, comparing it with the likes of Doge and Solana, which is laughable because he couldn't even name 3 facts about the XRP ledger, let alone the company Ripple. You have the typical MSM always bashing on XRP, and the thing is, we could do the same thing for Bitcoin. There is no perfect asset in this space. You don't have to be married to anything. I can find pros and cons in every single one of my investments, and that's part of the game. That's part of the risk. If we all agreed, it would be a very, very boring world, and there would not be opportunity. So just like when I was mentioning, debating with that lady about crypto at the bar, I don't care. I'm actually happy that a lot of people disagree, because that's where the opportunity is. That allows a huge gap between perspective and reality, and as those fluctuate, there's huge opportunities to make money, and the long term is fully intact, and I know the majority of this planet's population are sleeping on blockchain. So while everybody calls XRP centralized, Bitcoin isn't perfect either. 1/5 of global Bitcoin hash rate is now controlled by listed companies, about 19% of Bitcoin's total hash rate, and growing considerably. So all these mining pools, proof of work overall, and I know this is a big rant, is designed to become more and more centralized over time. And if you try to explain the XRP ledger consensus mechanism to a proof of work guy, they look like they're going to have a brain aneurysm. It just doesn't compute. And Ripple's still making moves. We can see KeyRock raises $72 million from VCs led by the company Ripple. So this funding round is led by Ripple. Now KeyRock is a market maker platform for trading digital assets, closing its Series B. So we have Ripple along with 6 fintech ventures, or 6 Group, which we've seen before. With this money, KeyRock will expand its operations in Europe, the US, and Singapore by investing in new infrastructure, scaling tools, and regulatory licenses. The company's services also include facilitating institutional investors' entry into the nascent crypto market. This news couldn't have come at a better time, absolutely, for the market makers that keep crypto markets liquid. If there's no liquidity, markets can drop, and there's massive slippage leading to huge crashes as well. In November, the market continued its downtrend caused by FTX's lack of liquidity, absolutely. So it seems like Ripple, once again, getting hated on, leading funding rounds and investing millions of dollars into market makers and a variety of liquidity providers to provide liquidity to the crypto asset class. KeyRock leverages its own tech to offer flexible and scalable liquidity solutions to marketplaces and asset issuers like Ripple and over 85 other trading venues. And you know what's funny? CoinDesk, they always bash Ripple. And look, they never mention it. They bash XRP any chance they get. They mention the crypto market maker, right here, KeyRock, to help the crypto market during this time after the collapse of FTX. And CoinDesk promoting FTX, no problem. And what's funny is thank you to KeyRock, they retweet and actually give a shout out to Ripple since they were leading this round. Alright guys, big thank you for all that like and sub. I also uploaded a 45-minute market breakdown going over a variety of assets and my opinion on where I believe XRP is currently. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate hitting the like button and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, my link tree is linked right in the top of this YouTube video description with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.